Hi everyone, it's Christina from Shakesbears. We are Shakespeare with Puppets, and welcome to Shakespeare Snacks. This is episode 6, and today we are going to make a little craft. We are going to be making Airy Spirits based on the Shakespeare play, The Tempest. So, Shakespeare, what is a tempest?
Whew. Well, I'll tell you. A tempest is a big, nasty storm.
So, in the story of The Tempest, Prospero is the wizard, right? And he has control over Ariel, the Airy Spirit, and a couple of other Airy Spirits as well. And Ariel and the other spirits are the ones who are actually responsible for creating the tempest, that big storm that brings the ship ashore to the island. So, in honor of the Tempest and the Airy Spirits, we're going to make our own Airy Spirit puppets. And they will look something like this. Here's what you'll need. A toilet paper roll. Actually, we're probably only going to use about half of this. So if you have a paper towel roll or something like that, we're just going to use a little section of it. So whatever you have. Some construction paper. Just one color is probably good. Whatever color you like. And then some white paper as well. I just have a little scrap here. You don't need much. We'll need some string or yarn. We will need a glue stick, some tape, some scissors, and if you have them, some googly eyes. If not, markers or crayons or whatever you have will be just fine. And also, if you want to just add any extra decorations, markers or crayons are always good for that. And then lastly, a regular old plastic bag. Another good thing to have on hand is a sharp pencil, because we'll need to poke one hole in our toilet paper roll. So either a helper with a sharp pair of scissors or a pencil, just like this. Okay, let's get started. So I have all of my supplies on hand here, so I'm ready to get started. First thing I'm going to do is take my roll here, and I'm just going to cut it right in half. It doesn't have to be perfect, but we don't really need the whole thing, so I'm just going to estimate right about there. And it's okay if it gets a little squished. We can puff it back out, just like that. So, I've got my roll. And now I'm just going to cover it with my colored paper. So I'm going to take my sheet of paper here. I don't need a lot. Just going to hold up the roll, and I can either make a little mark with a marker or pencil, or just make a little cut to indicate for myself about how much I will need. So just about that much. So now I can cut straight across my paper. And if you tuned into our special video with Almost Grown Play Cafe yesterday, you'll know these are my cutouts from the waves that I made for our diorama for the Tempest. And if you haven't watched it yet, please feel free. That's on our Facebook page. So now I have my sheet of colored paper. That should be enough to go all the way around my roll to cover it up, even a little bit extra. So I'm going to go ahead and cut off the extra because I don't need that much. So now that we have enough to cover our roll, I'm going to, you can either use your glue stick to glue it on to the roll, or I'm just going to go ahead and use some tape right now. A little bit faster. Oop. we go. So now I've covered my roll in nice, pretty, bright blue color. All right. Now the next thing that I'm going to do for my Airy Spirit is make some wings. That's what this sheet of white paper is for. So all I'm going to do is make a fold in the paper. As you can see, this is just kind of a little scrap, not that much. Don't need much. So I make a little fold, and I'm just going to draw, here I'll use a marker so you can see it a little more clearly. I'm going to draw basically an oval. Almost, except instead of completing it, I kind of just brought it to the edge of the fold, just like that. So basically a big oval shape, and it's connected with the folded edge of the paper. So now I'm going to take my scissors and cut that out. And we're done with that. And now I have some very cute little wings so that my puppet can fly. So on the folded edge, I'm going to take my glue stick and put a little bit of glue. There we go. And I'm going to glue it to the opposite. You can see here where I've put the tape. If you use tape, I'm going to glue my wings to the other side. Right there. There we go. There's our wings, and if you want, as you're holding the glue in place, you can fold up those wings a little bit so that they kind of stick straight up. I think that's cute. All right. So now I am going to add my eyes or any other details that I want to add. So as I said, what I did with my sample is I had some googly eyes here. These are just like peel and stick. I think I got them at a dollar store. But if you don't have googly eyes on hand, we can take our sheet of white paper once more. I'm going to draw two little half circles. I'm going to use my marker so that we can see it a little better. There we go. Okay. And now I will cut those out. So now I know these are a little bit small, but I have two basically little round white circles that I can glue on to my Airy Spirit body. And I'm going to glue those kind of towards the front, right about here on either side. I'll use my glue stick for that. So here we go. A little bit of glue on one of the eyes. And a little bit of glue on the other. There we go. So you can see I've got two little white eyes, just like that. And I'll just take my marker real quick. And I'm going to draw the pupil, which is the black part of the eye. Just make a little black circle right there like that. There you go, that's cute. And one more for the other eye. There we go, my Airy Spirit has some cute little eyes. Great. Now, we're going to set them aside for a second. And now it's time to use our plastic bag. This is just a regular old plastic bag from the store. And I use this one because it's kind of clear. It kind of reminds me of air, but any color will do. If you have, I've seen some plastic bags that are yellow or white or black or even red. Whatever you have that you like, go for it. So all I'm going to do is cut out kind of a big rectangle out of this plastic bag. And this does not have to be perfect at all. Just kind of a basic rectangle shape. And we can set aside the rest of the bag. So about that big, let's see. I'd say that's about 6 inches by maybe 7 or 8 inches, something like that. But it's not perfect. Something like that. So now I'm going to take the plastic long ways like this, and I'm just going to start cutting some strips. And once again, they do not have to be perfect. These are just going to float around behind our puppet. They're going to give a really nice airy effect. So it doesn't matter if they're straight or jagged. Might even be a little bit better if they're a little jagged. So don't sweat it. This can be a little bit difficult to work with, the plastic. So if you need a helper or an adult, please ask for some help. And so what I'm doing is I am leaving this top edge. I'm not cutting all the way to the end. So you can see we have strips here on this side, and this side is still attached. If you want to, you can cut all the way and make individual strips, but then you'll have to tape each individual piece onto your puppet. So it's a little bit more work. So that's why I'm leaving this side attached together. So I'm going to finish cutting my strips all the way. There we go. All right. So something like this is what I got. See that? We've got one end that's connected, and our other end, we have a lot of little strips here that can just float in the air. Great. So now I'm going to take the edge that is still attached, still connected, and I'm going to take my puppet and I'm going to wrap this end around my puppet on the opposite side where the eyes were. So I actually have a little bit extra, so it kind of goes around my puppet a full time and a half, which is fine. You should have enough to go all the way around the body of your puppet. And now I'll just take a little bit of tape and tape that on. I get one more piece for good luck. There we go. So we can already see how our Airy Spirit can float around. But it's not a puppet just yet. We need to add our control mechanism, which is where our yarn is going to come in. So I'm going to take my pencil or sharp object or sharp scissors if you have a helper, and just right about in the middle, maybe about where you put the wings, I'm just going to take my pencil and poke a hole. There we go. Minor puppet surgery. Make sure. Get a nice hole there. See? Now we can take a piece of yarn. It doesn't have to be too long. Maybe about foot and a half. Thereabouts. And cut it. Now we're going to need to loop this yarn. If you have other string, that's fine. But we're going to take this one, and since yarn, sometimes it frays on the end when you try and loop it through or thread it through something. So I'm going to take a piece of tape and put it around the end. So if you think of a shoelace, how the end has that little plastic around it. That's what I'm doing right here. Just making a nice little secure end so that I can put this a little more easily through the hole that I've made in my puppet. First, I'm going to take a knot on the other end. So on one end I have my tape, and on the other end I'm going to make a knot. So I did 2 knots right on top of each other. Now I'm going to take the end with the tape and just loop it through the hole that I made in my puppet earlier. And pull it all the way through until the knot catches. If you find that your knot is sliding through your puppet, you can just add a little piece of tape there over the knot. I'll show you. Here's my tape. And just for safe measure, I will just add a little piece right there over top of the knot. Great. So here we go. That is our Airy Spirit. That was really fun. Thanks, Shakespeare.
Oh, Christina, don't forget to remind everyone to bring their Airy Spirit puppets on Tuesday for the next Shakespeare Snacks episode. Yes, we will need our Airy Spirits to create the Tempest. Oh, I'm so excited. It's going to be so much fun. See you then. Bye-bye.
Lastly, I want to remind you we're having our photo contest. And we're also extending our photo contest. Any of the puppets that you make with our Shakespeare Snacks videos, we want you to post pictures. We want to see pictures of your beautiful puppets. So post them on Facebook and tag us at Shakesbears NYC. The second step is to hop on over to the website, make a small donation of $5, and that will be your official entry to the contest. That part is important. Not only does it help me out to continue making these videos, but that's how I will have your address to send you your prize if you win. We're picking 3 winners. So 3 winners of the photo contest are going to receive everything that you need to build your own puppet at home. A puppet like this. You'll get a glove puppet kit. So you'll receive the pre-made body. You'll receive the eyes, the nose, the mouth, the hair, and a couple of little stick-on accessories to build your own puppet character. So, good luck. I really look forward to seeing everyone's beautiful puppets that they've made. I've seen a few already and I love them. Please keep them coming. Once again, you can visit my website, Shakesbears.com, for more information. There's a little box that will come up and you can subscribe for my mailing list. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Have a good day, everyone. Bye.